The much to not our surprise, the local Tesla thug, the guy who works for the state, Bryan Adams, did $20,000 worth of damages to Teslas, and he found them. I don't know where I was going. He didn't find anything. He was let off the hook. We might have predicted that yesterday.
Mary cut him loose, huh?
Wait. Once again, you're taking credit for something one of your subordinates said. And I will be there in person tomorrow to collect my $5 cash
I do
from
recall
you.
that.
Well,
I believe it's on
bet?
tape that she was going to let him off, and you said no. And I'm going to take that $5 and I'm going to put it in an envelope and I'm going to send it directly to Elon Musk.
All right. He's getting. He's not charged with anything. There's a word for it.
Exonerated?
No. What the hell?
What's the one
is
where
it?
you plead guilt, but it doesn't go after?
No. It's was it displaced? What's it called?
Hold on, I'm looking it up now.
Mary will not seek criminal charges. This adult child is 33 years old. Of course, he'll be able to keep his job with the state. He's a data analyst for the Department of Human Services. In one case, it looked like he was attempting to scrawl a Nazi on one of the cars. I'll get to that in a moment. No criminal charges. Oh, diversion was the word I was thinking of. The Hennepin County Attorney's Office said they will seek diversion rather than criminal consequences. But those criminal charges remain on the table if he were to continue the vandalism. Which I would suspect he'd be, if he's got any brain cells left, he'd be unlikely to continue the vandalism. So that means, if I'm interpreting this correctly, this wouldn't even show up on his record.
Seems that way. Yeah.
If he completes the...
How can they do that if...
All he has to do is provide restitution to the victims. In exchange for that, they will file pre-charge diversion to best facilitate those goals of securing restitution for the victims and holding Adams accountable.
That might not be so bad, Joe. We should find out we should get Schoonover on the phone. What would that cost?
Well, we've already got the cost. It's $20,000. It ranges from $21,000. One car was estimated at $10,225, and it's as low as $1,200.
Okay, all right.
They should have went to Schoonover. They would have got a better deal.
But, where do you put the police chief in this situation? The police chief, here's his statement. We did our job. We identified and investigated a crime trend, identified and arrested a suspect, and presented a case file to the Hennepin County Attorney's Office for consideration of charges. The case impacted at least 6 different victims and totaled more than $20,000. Any frustration related to the charging decision of the Hennepin County Attorney should be directed solely at her office. Our investigators are always frustrated when the cases they poured their hearts into are declined. In my experience, the victims in these cases often feel the same. I don't blame O'Hara for feeling put upon. What the hell are they doing?
You feel like you're on an island, yeah.
Now, the Star Tribune has an interesting story on it. I had to find it, but they have it. It's a Paul Walsh story. It's on the online version, and I had to do a little clicking to find it. It wasn't just leaping out at me. I had to click.
So it wasn't in the print edition?
No, but we found some victims here who have some interesting comments, which makes me have zero hope for Minnesota. I was down to about 1% hope for Minnesota. I'm at 0.
Oh, boy.
The headline is authorities will not charge man caught on video vandalizing tendas. Instead, the tendas?
Tendas?
Teslas.
What do you drive?
I don't know. I have a Tenda. Instead, the office will file for Bryan Adams to be entered into an adult diversion program meant for first-time low-level offenders. Well, is 21 grand worth of damage to a car a low-level offense?
I don't think so. Now it gets to be a felonious amount.
Yeah, I also don't you think because it's 6 different things, it shouldn't count as, if it were one, okay, maybe.
You're going to give him one. You're going to give him one because he's an idiot.
Yeah, he screwed up once, he's an idiot. But 6 times, obviously, you have intent to cause damage.
Well, it's a low level, apparently. Our main priorities are to secure restitution. By the way, I'm going to say something right up front. I think Mary would have done this for anybody. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that he worked for the state.
Hang on.
Does anyone agree with me?
We don't know that.
Right.
Boy, am I in the minority on that one, huh?
I agree with you, Joe.
You want to play the other foot game?
Let's
What
see.
if the cars vandalized belong to Fry, Mary, Ellison, and 3 other left-leaning politician types
Amy.
Hate crime. It'd
in
be hate crime.
Hennepin County?
He'd be in prison. You're right. Never mind. Our main priorities are to secure restitution for the victims and hold Adams accountable. As a result, I've read you all that. I want to get you to some of the material we maybe haven't heard. We learned from his attorney that Adams is very remorseful and is beginning the process of making sure the victims are made whole financially. His attorney, somebody named Robert Paul, Paule. We are grateful to the Hennepin County's attorney's office. Well, I'm sure you are. And then we get O'Hara voicing his frustration. Participants in that diversion program, they have to sign a contract that could include conditions such as community service and restitution payments. They are also referred to services such as chemical dependency or mental health resources. I don't know the status of Adams in that regard. Part of the goal with diversion is to reduce costs in the criminal justice system and the number of repeat offenders. Okay, at the news conference last week, and this is where the guy should have realized he's really a moron, the police showed videos of 4 of the incidents. All of those videos came from the car itself.
I have to laugh.
I have to laugh. Christine Vanderhook, owner of one of the vandalized Teslas, said she and her husband thought some of the scribbling looked like a failed attempt at a swastika.
Ooh.
A failed attempt.
Okay.
It was a ding-ding swastika?
What if he makes a perfect swastika? Does it become a hate crime?
No.
Okay.
Now, this Vanderhook, this is where I lose hope for Minnesota. I've lost a great deal of it. I'm at 0 after this story. Vanderhook said she bought her car, but she wants us to know. She bought the car before Musk assumed his advisory role, and she had a sticker on her car indicating her family did not support the Trump administration. Well, how'd that work out for you, honey? You still got vandalized.
Right.
Maybe this Adams guy can't read. The 6 Teslas were vandalized on different dates in the second half of March. That, again, lends credence to the idea of, was this really low level when he's out there 6 different times?
And did we discover that he was, in fact, on the government dime?
Yeah, and all but one were located downtown because, of course, he's hip and he lives downtown.
Right.
Right. Investigators were aided by Tesla's high-quality cameras.
Joe, what's the name of the Gumption County criminal
It's
tech
the
school?
Gumption County Institute for the Criminally Incompetent. You've
This-
asked me 15 times in the last 2 weeks.
It's too long. I can never remember that. This guy is so dumb, I think we'd have to expel him. I don't think we can even let him back into class.
He wouldn't make
takes
it to
work.
lunch. He wouldn't make it to lunch.
No.
Now, here's one that gives me, that really I hung my hopes on for no hopes left for Minnesota. Booker Hodges couldn't even prosecute a guy. Our friend in Bloomington.
Why do you say that?
What
This
happened?
is the second time in recent weeks in Hennepin County that law enforcement has chosen not to have a Tesla vandal prosecuted. Bloomington Police Chief Booker Hodges said his department is yielding to the wishes of a Tesla owner and will not pursue a criminal case against a woman who did thousands of dollars of damage to a vehicle parked outside of Cub Foods. The owner of the Tesla does not want to prosecute the woman who did thousands of dollars of damage to the car.
Wow.
That's really bad.
Yeah, but that's different than
No, it isn't.
Mary.
No,
yeah,
isn't.
it is.
It's different.
Listen here, pal.
It's no different than the lady who the guy got, the state guy, she wanted me to know. She's got the sign on the car. We hate Elon, okay? So we're good people. And now you got some other goofball in Bloomington who won't even prosecute. So why do you, all you Tesla haters, just come on up to Minnesota and key the hell out of them, because you're not going to get charged.
All are welcome here.
All are welcome here.
Let's come on in.
The problem with all these people is if it was my truck that got scratched, I'd never notice because of all the scratches on there already.
Now, which one was yours?
You know what you can say, Kenny? You can say,